Ah. More good news on Xbox, huh? I mean, heck, we got an Xbox Discord partnership happening, which is fantastic. And also, the mobile is not dead. Let's talk about it, baby.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come in, I need a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fruity's training people, worders in. All recent gaming, go race and pay top bean. Good morning, Tom and Louie. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon, and even the crazy one. Wish I beautiful and awesome. Wait, let me mute this. All right, sorry about that. And an awesome Thursday, chat. How are you guys doing this morning? Hope everything is good for you. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun with all this great and fantastic and beautiful Xbox news. I mean, hell, I know I am. I mean, we keep just dropping all this great news that's been going on. I mean, you gotta be happy. You gotta be happy, my friends. Every time you see like good news like that, you just gotta be extremely happy, man. Seriously, you do. Man, I wish I could just. So, chat, I'm live streaming here from Twitch. I'm live streaming here from YouTube. So yeah, if people type to me on Twitch, you're gonna have to give me a little bit, to answer to you. So yeah, that's how it is. But let's go say good morning to whoever is here. Eric, what's up, Eric? How you doing? Meet the cheater. It says hello. Yo, Louis, what's up? Sound Rash, hello, good morning. TJ, good morning. What's up, my friend TJ? And to everyone that's over there on TikTok, good morning to you guys. Like I said, I got a stream from the cell phone, and I don't know how to put this live stream on the screen. So I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, so you got to be patient with me. And if you want to chat with me, go to the Xbox International Podcast on YouTube and get in there and talk to me right then and there, because that way I can see, just in case if I missed your message on here. So let's get cooking, guys, because, we got some great news over here happening. Ilegalidad, good morning. Today, chat, we're going to have a short show because I, Crazy Louie, have to go to a doctor's appointment at 10:45 pretty much. So, yeah, we're going to have a short and sweet show. We got a couple things to talk about. And tomorrow, we have a good show with, a couple things that are going on with the Halo Battle Royale. And, yeah, we got a couple things, we want to bring in, talk about. That's what we got to do. So, let's get to it, baby. First things first, baby. There's something going on over there with Discord. I mean, like I said, Xbox has been cooking with good news this week. We heard the Game Pass slash prices, which was fantastic. Then, what else did we hear out there that's been going on that's been pretty good? The only thing, made a couple people mad because I understand. I totally understand that some people got mad because, you guys lost Call of Duty out of Game Pass. I get it 100%. But look, with the money you save up, you can go ahead and pick it up. And yeah, it's just one little game. And I know a lot of people are out there say like, hey, look, this is just this one. Maybe they're going to do others next. And, the thing is that one doesn't convince me as much, because if you want to attract the user and have the community behind your back, like seriously support 100%, give you all the love, Xbox deserves, you're not gonna make them mad again, because trust me, they have been mad through like the last 2 years. And yeah, don't piss them off. Leave them happy. I mean, yeah, leave us happy, right? Apex NYC, good morning to you. How you doing? So, let's cook, my friends. Let's cook. So let's see now. Like I said, and now we have something that happens. But hey, guys, it's just one game, right? Yeah, I know they're gonna use that a lot, but the thing is, I don't believe that she's gonna start like I was just gonna start like saying, okay, let me take away like the rest of the games. Like, you know, I'm gonna take them away, especially right now if they are in a critical spots at this very moment. What I do mean by a critical spot, my friends, is that, you know, they're trying to gain followers. They're trying to get people to jump over here in the bandwagon, you know, join Xbox and everything. You got to keep it sweet. Once you start not keeping it sweet, people will just shoo away, especially the ones that have been here already for the last couple of years. And you don't want to make them mad. You don't. We're tired of being mad, right, chat? Within 5 years, I don't think so, but I think within 5 years, like, Xbox will be in the right track, though. I believe that. What's up, Why So Serious? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. So, like I said, after all this gets announced, we see the mobile thing happen yesterday. We talked a little bit about it, but we will tackle it down today. But we also got some good news when it comes to Discord, because all of a sudden they decided to announce something that's going on with Discord, which we still don't know what it is. But hey, it's pretty exciting news, you know, to see that more. What's going on here? Hold on a second, chat. All right, there you go. Got it. So it's pretty good news because, heck, we want to read this. We want to see this. You know, we want to keep the good news coming when it comes down to Xbox. We want them to get the store better. We want them to get Windows better. We want to get everything they have to do to get things better for us when it comes down to the box. All right, let's go. We have here, reading loud and clear, Xbox Game Pass and Discord are teaming up again. Let's go, baby. Teaming up. Yeah. If COD couldn't afford to be in Game Pass with its skins, expansion passes, how can a single game with no microtransaction cost $500 billion afford you to be in Game Pass day one? Herman Day, good morning. That's a good question. But the thing is, right? The thing is, when it comes down to this, you babe, that if she starts breaking down Game Pass right now, she starts to break it down, cut things in half, you know, just to try to save a couple bucks, and then they get the user to come by, because you babe, they have the stats, and those stats will tell them straightforward how things are going. Should we cut this? Should we do this? Should we do that? And if she starts doing that, it's not going to be good on her side, because again, you're going to make the community really mad. And listen, they already got the feedback for Call of Duty. They got the feedback. They asked everyone, you know, what if, you know, we take this game out, right? How are you guys going to feel? And they got the feedback before they made the decision, which trust me, if they would have made a decision with the single player, you know, or other single players, you know, like I said, the community is going to be mad. They're going to be furious and be like, wait a minute, you know, I'm sub to Game Pass because of this. I'm going to unsub. And that's something that right now she just cannot endure. She just can't. And even though you say like 5 years, I say this. I think by the time 5 years goes by, if she does everything correct, but I mean by everything correct is, hey, let's get more people to come join us. Let's get more people to jump on Xbox. Let's get more people to come over here, you know, have fun with what we have. Then she will not have a problem to say, you know, she will not have to say, let me take the games out because everything is working the way it's supposed to work. Because look, right now, even though they are in a pretty well state, what I mean by a pretty well state is, okay, you guys are here, but you're supposed to be here, right? And so since they're not here, they're going to have to do anything they can to get over here. Once they get over here, everything will be stable for them. And, you know, I don't think they're going to do that, though. But I know there's that fear factor out there when it comes down to that. I'm going to be that Fable is already there. Wolverine had a budget of over $400 million. No? That's a different story, though, you babe. But here's the thing, though. And even though it costs that much, they know right now they need to get the gamer to come or either play it or either buy it. And that's the problem that's going on when it comes down to these single players. Like, for example, look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man, in order to make, and I bring up Spider-Man because that's the perfect example. In order for them to make profit, they had to sell 7.2 million copies of that game. Which was bad, though. I mean, just 7.2 million copies is a lot of copies to sell. And that's like $505 million in order for them to make profit. And so, oh, man, I just lost my train of thought. So, but I was saying, like, for Spider-Man, though, I understand that, you know, it costs that much. But at least they got it. And then, you know, they ported it to PC to get more users, you know, to come over here and attract it. But I don't think, though, that with Game Pass out there, because if the goal was always to raise Game Pass to get to where it needs to be, then I don't think this will be a problem, you know, for them, like, to pull away all these single players. Because right now, they need to focus on getting the people to come over here and join Xbox. Wolverine being that high is crazy. Where did you hear that? Exactly. That's another one. Where did you hear that, though? It wasn't in the Insomnia Leagues. Oh, yeah, it wasn't Insomnia Leagues. That's true, though. So, like I'm saying, though, we got the partnership over here with Discord. Let's read about it. Another day, another social media post from Xbox. From Microsoft Gaming CEO Asher Sharma declaring something else Xbox fans want to hear. This time, it looks like the Xbox Game Pass and Discord are teaming up once again, though we're not quite sure what the end result will be. I would love to know what the end result will be because, man, oh man, it's got to be a spicy one. Following yesterday's surprise announcement that Xbox Game Pass not only dropping the price for Ultimate subscribers, but also day one Call of Duty releases from the service. Uh-oh. The new Xbox boss is back once again with another announcement. This time it's all about Discord and making Xbox Game Pass more flexible. Yes, it is getting more flexible, chat. Let's go. Woohoo! Hey, what's up, Big B Money? Good morning, my friend. How you doing? How you doing, Big B Money? How you doing? So Western Series says, if you don't like where Game Pass is going, stop crying. Nobody's crying. We're here cheering. We're happy. I mean, shit, it went down $7. That's good, though. I mean, what company brings the things down for $7? Seriously, right now, especially with the way things are, what company does that? I mean, I'm sure not PlayStation or Nintendo, but yes, Xbox brought it down. We gotta be happy about that. And I get. There's a few factor that the games will not be there, and you know, they're gonna pull out first party, blah 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 blah. All this stuff, but listen, if she wants to keep winning, she needs to stay the right track right now. She does. And you guys say 5 years. Listen, I don't give them 5 years. You know, I give them a long time. I give them a long time. I give them a long time before they start doing it. And I don't think they're going to start doing that because, listen, what's really holding up Xbox a lot is not the console sales that they say, it's Xbox Game Pass right now. Same company that increased that price for $50. Exactly. And not only that, here's the funny part that people probably didn't mention. When did this happen? Around November, 6 months ago or something like that. I mean, that happened, though. And guess what? Here we are. They decreased the prices because they said, okay, let's get Call of Duty out. And remember one thing, though, you babe. Remember one thing and something these media outlets are not telling you because they're so focused on the whole Call of Duty thing that it was Game Pass's fault. But look. This is not Game Pass's fault. It's not. I don't care how much they pinpoint the Game Pass. No. We got to say the truth, though. Whoever made this Call of Duty did a really bad Call of Duty, and that's why they did not maximize on those profits. That's why it happened. Seriously. I mean, I don't care what they say. I don't care what they put on the table. This is not a good Call of Duty. The campaign could be fun, right? Right? It could be fun, right? But at the end of the day, it's just not the best Call of Duty there is out there. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's not. No way in heck. Because let me tell you something, chat. This is actually the first Call of Duty. Ask Lou. Did you play the multiplayer? I think I played 1 or 2 matches. I finished that campaign and just played 1 or 2 matches and just didn't care for it. First time I ever did that with a Call of Duty game. And I remember I did the same thing for Infinite. Pretty much. Seriously, no joke. It's just not that good. Just because this Call of Duty is not that good. And that's why it didn't do what it had to do for this one, though. So I guess they didn't want to risk it. And they just said, okay, let me just get it away from Game Pass and see how it goes. That's what I think. But to be honest, though, the price is lower. And that's something that we got to be happy about. And we're still going to get first-party content. We're still going to get all the good stuff. So let us enjoy what we have and let's have some fun and not worry about this. Because, listen, for me, I believe it's not going to happen. And if it does, well, Asha, good luck. So, it says here, for years, Xbox and Discord have worked together. This is Asha quoting over there out there on Twitter. Make it easier for players to connect, chat, and play across devices. We're teaming up again as we continue to make Game Pass more flexible for our players. Some of you might start to see some codes in the wild. Oh, she's going to throw some codes out there. Nice. Nice. You really like Infinite Warfare? I did not like it, John. Well, X-Wolf, I just didn't. I mean, some people probably did, but it was, for me, it was just not the best game there was out there. It was just not. For years, Xbox and Discord have worked together to make it easier for players to connect, chat, and play across devices. We're teaming up as we continue to make Game Pass more flexible for our players. Some of you might start to see some codes in the wild, and we'll share more details with you all soon. Quite what that means is open to interpretation, but I wager it's some from a bundling deal with Discord's natural service. Awesome. The public tweet saw Discord's co-founder and STO Stanislav. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry, Vishnevsky. Sorry if I butcher your name. Sorry. Reply, sharing the following statement. Super excited to continue this journey with Xbox. We built cool things for players together, and now we're partnering to make Game Pass more flexible. Stay tuned. Ooh. They're making it more flexible. Yeah, Warfare campaign rocks is very good. Infinite Warfare, you guys like the Infinite Warfare? Just don't be, hey, listen, do not be saying that. Shh. Because then they'll make the next one. No. No, I'm just messing around, chat. Discord originally released as the way of users to connect on Xbox consoles back in September of 2022. Speaking personally, it's become the primary way I communicate and play with friends. Oh, you play games? Okay, that's cool. Nah, I'm just trolling you. Easily beating Xbox party chat in accessibility, stability, and above all, audio quality. Wow. Really? Wow. With reports emerging from Windows Central just warning about making Game Pass more flexible, this could be the start of a major improvements for Xbox fans. Here's what Jez had to say. Microsoft sources tell me that the long-term goal for Xbox Game Pass is to make it more flexible, or sort of a pick-up-your-own-plan formula for Xbox Game Pass is on the cards, essentially where users can effectively decide what packages of content they want to see as part of their plan. Woohoo! I mean, chat, that is actually one of the best news out there. No joke. That is actually one of the best news out there, because why is it such good news? Because hell, this is fantastic. I mean, this is something I would love. This is something I will enjoy. You know, that I can say, hey, let me do this. Let me pick up what I want and let me just shoo away what I don't want. Like, for example, the Fortnite thing, you know? Imagine waking up every day crying about Game Pass with hash browns in your mouth. Hey, now listen. Why so serious? Why you got to put the hash browns in there, man? Because I love hash browns, my friend. Why you got to put hash browns in the subject of crying about Game Pass? But look. Why so serious? I understand why people worry about things, because here's the thing though. I saw someone out there talking about it, right? He was out there pretty much in his feelings. He's like, oh, Xbox had an agreement with us and all this stuff. I was like, when did Xbox give you an agreement to sign though? I'm being serious. When did Xbox give us an agreement like here? I promise you, day one Call of Duty. If not, come around and sue us. I mean, I never received the chat. Did you all receive an agreement? No. So, look, here's the thing though, right? Here's the thing. If we had to sacrifice one thing to make things better, And to be honest, though, it's just this one thing as of now. I just hope it's not multiple things, like I keep on saying, because if you do the multiple things, we're going to be, of course, you're not going to hear the end of it. I mean, nobody's going to be happy about it. They won't, because you're going to, ooh-wee. People will be furious about it. But again, I repeat it, right? Repeat it. If you start doing this multiple thing, people are going to be pissed. So, Asha, get it done correctly. Get it going. I love the idea of more flexible plans. I love the idea that, you can choose what you want. I love the idea of all that stuff. Get it right. Get it fantastic. Let's fucking cook. Let's cook. That's what we got to do. Let's cook. Fable is not close to 300 million in costs. Only wastes a lot of money under Layden and Yoshida, and they were fired and demoted. And now they have to cut back on spending. You really think Fable's not close to 300 million though? Because look, let me tell you something, right? I told you guys beforehand a couple times that right now we're living in a world where we have avatar budget games. What I mean by avatar budget games is we're literally looking at Avatar, a game that really is costing like Avatar did back in the 2000s. Because remember Avatar when it came out, Avatar was a 400 something, $500 million budget movie. That's how much games are costing. I mean, you got the voice actors, you got the actors, you got, them being digital on the screen, you got people working, doing all this stuff. I mean, it's expensive, my friend. It's not an easy feat. So it does cost money. It does cost money. This thing is not an easy feat, though. So I believe Fable could be around that, or probably a bit more, though. Because, I mean, Fable, what is it? 1,000 hours worth of content? Or, well, no, not 1,000 hours worth of content. They said something, though. Like every NPC has something different to say. Wow. Oof. That's a lot of voice work, my friends. That's a lot of voice work. I mean, that's the thing, though. We don't sit down and yeah, Do you spot these like you, like you have the budget on your desk? It's speculation. And to be honest, though, look, I'll give you an example. Like I always say, we have a prime example. It's called Spider-Man. Spider-Man the game. That's a prime example. Spider-Man the game cost $300 million to make, right? And it cost $300 million to make, but plus with marketing and everything, it got to them to $505 million. I mean, in order for someone to make some money, they have to do that, because remember, then comes the marketing budget, then comes all this stuff. But yes, making a game is expensive. I mean, some people can go through and make a $60 million budget. They can't do that. They can find a way to do it. All you got to do is look for the way to do it and get it done. There is a way to do it. But damn, it's expensive, my friends. It's expensive. It's not an easy thing. And the worst part about it, it takes time. That's the worst part. They're trying to do their best to find a way to get these games out there as quick as possible so they can make their money back faster than throwing this game 5 years later and waiting for those funds to come back in. Oh my God. Whew. I mean, literally it takes them like 8 years to get that money back. Almost 8 years. And that depends if the person liked the game they bought. That's what I mean, though. Whew. It depends on that, though. Seriously. If it was a big game, bigger studio, I'm expecting 405. Really? Wow. 9+ years of dead time games shouldn't exist. What happens means they did not have a clue what they're doing. Yeah, that's a long time, Rachie. That is a long time. Or they didn't have the funding. I mean, what's this guy's name? Jaffe with Psychonauts, though. Ooh, man. Remember what Joey was telling you all with Psychonauts 2? This man took a while to make that game. And he was looking for the funding. He really had a struggle. And it took him a long time. $1 billion? For Last of Us 2? Nah. I think it was closer to 405. I mean, if they spend $1 billion to make Last of Us 2, yikes. They broke. People forget they have over 1K workers working on Last of Us 2, up to 4K at one time. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Halo Infinite was over 500 million, so was Concord. Yeah, that's take prime example. Look at Concord. Concord is the biggest example out there. Concord is the prime example. Concord cost them, chat, cost them. Holy smokes. Man, you got to start adding all those costs, but it costs a lot of money though. Shoot. Woo. Total with everything, yeah? Mm-hmm. Jesus. Jesus. But all right, let's move on. Abby clapping scene costs at least 5. Chat, let's keep it G. So let's see what chat say right over here. So Rachie says something I couldn't catch it because, man, I was just reading. So Rachie says loud and clear. Morning, chat gamepads. Now I can start my average PS fans morning. Ubisoft got away with cheap overseas salaries. I mean, I gotta tell you something. I don't know about. Listen, Google Poll. Listen, I don't know if it's cheap over there in Ubisoft because, man, if it was cheap, they wouldn't have been laying off or shutting down games. I mean, damn. I mean, holy smokes. They've been laying off, shutting off studios and all this shit. And speaking about, and thank you for bringing Ubisoft, I mean, we got a little bit of bad news when it comes down to Ubisoft. We got a little bit of bad news, which sucks. And that is something that really kind of, I'm like, damn it, I have to wait out another year for this damn thing. I hope they announce it. Because if they cancel that game, I'm going to be really, really aggravated at the moment. Because, of course, it's going to be like, they cancel this, and I've been waiting for this game for quite some time since we do not have, for now, a Metal Gear Solid game, because what we're getting is remakes and all this stuff. And okay, cool, we're getting all these remakes, but I've already been there and played that game, right? And it's been years since we had a very good spy game like Splinter Cell. We need something like that to come back. But yeah, chat, we got some bad news from that, and it's right here. And not only that, of course, Far Cry has been moved because, hey, they just did Avatar, so I think, isn't it the same team that did Avatar? I think it is, though. Was it the same team? I think it was, though. Yeah, I think it was. So, all right, let's keep it cooking. Oh. Yeah, you gotta drink some water sometimes, Chad. You gotta drink some water. So, like I was saying, we have right here, my friends, Splinter Cell remake delayed at 2027, and Far Cry 7 is going through hell. Rumor. Oh, Far Cry 7 is going. Oh no, that's bad news. No, Chad. I mean, like I was saying, this is some badass. This is some bad news because heck, Far Cry 7 is going through hell. Lordy, Lord. So I know people thinking Fable is close to 500 million or high as fuck. Phil Spencer even said that those nowadays cost up to 1 billion to make. It can get up to 1 million to make, Jube. It can get to that if you let it get to that. The point is, let it get to that. Average same dev in the US make 150K a year. After taxes and benefits, it's around 200K a year. Yep. It's a lot of money, my friends. No joke. So, Ubisoft is preparing major projects such as Assassin's Creed codename Hex and Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, but not all the company's games are going to according to plan. We know why. According to rumors, Splinter Cell remake and new Far Cry Summit have faced serious delays. On the Insider Gaming podcast, Tom Henderson and Mike Straw said that Splinter Cell remake is now allegedly planned for 2027. They better give us a damn trailer. Seriously. I mean, I don't want to see the and that's it. Get it all done. No. I want to see a damn trailer. That's what I want to see. I want to see a trailer. I want to see a trailer of this thing. I do. Come on. The project was originally announced in 2021 and has since gone through leadership changes and restructuring within the studio. The situation in Far Cry 7, according to Henderson, is even more complicated. Oh, shoot. The project is going through the hell and back right now. Early Ubisoft head, Yves Guillemot, the guy a lot of people don't like, because seriously, about 2 promising games in the series, but no details have been provided. Wow, that's crazy. According to rumors, Far Cry 7, codenamed Blackbird, tells the story of a hero who saved the family members within a limited time, 24 hours. The second project, called Maverick, is described as an extraction shooter set in Alaska. Another extraction shooter? Aw, man. Come on. It's also reported that both games will receive rework inventory loots and movement systems, but based on the current information released before 2027 should not be expected. I believe it's not going to release in 2027, my friend. I think this game is going to release Splinter Cell probably by 2030, because each time we see some Splinter Cell news, we actually see a little bit of good news, then we can go ahead and see some bad news. I'm like, what? I mean, this thing was announced years ago. What's going on with this thing? We saw that little trailer, that dream thing going on, and after that, nothing happened. Nothing ever came by. Old rich PF fans can keep their supposed organically made games. I will play AI generated stuff for a fraction of the time at a price. 150K in WE State around the MS campus is likely either average wages or a bit below. It's incredibly expensive to live anywhere within a 20-mile radius. Wow, that's crazy. These teams have dropped a lot though since the pandemic, but early 2020s it was very high. Yeah, that's true though. They've been really lowering the stats. They've been really doing a lot of layoffs, which is crazy because we've seen layoffs just happen, or studio closures, which sucks. And man, and with Ubisoft though, it's one of the I think Ubisoft has had it worse than anyone out here. No joke. Ubisoft has had it worse this generation. No joke. But that's on their side because we know, chat. We effing know that they have made a couple of mistakes when releasing these games. They have released them buggy, messy. People jump onto them and they're like, nope, moving on to the next thing. Or they ask for their money back. Which sucks because they got a pretty good formula when it comes down to the games. I mean, look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. Look at now we're getting Black Flag, which I'm super excited, right, for it because I love Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Why not? It's one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds out there. You drive a ship, you get to take down other ships, and I can't wait to hop into that game and just build my ship again and take down all these big badasses out there, right? It was beautiful. It was like the perfect pirate game that you could ever have, besides Sea of Thieves, of course. But, it was a good one. But their formula was great, but they just kept on releasing buggy games, and they showed you these trailers, like, for example, The Division, that when you saw the Division trailer, like, holy shit, this looks fantastic, and when the game releases, it's like, nope, it's not the same thing. Mid-level devs and MS make over 300K a year, or at least did a few years ago. My wife worked in mortgages and had to verify people's employment and wages. Wow. That's good. Imagine closing Tango in Japan where devs are cheap and instead paying premium devs in the USA for releasing them products. But yeah, that's what happened with Ubisoft though. I mean, Ubisoft really, like I say, I heard of one UE5 engine dev paid near 400K. Wow. Maybe I should become a developer, chat, so I can get paid 500K a year. I mean, I got me 500K a year. I'll just work 5 years and that's it. Get the hell out. I don't have to work no more. Oh, man, that's some good payments right there. That's some good payments. So, let's keep it rolling, guys. Let's keep it rolling. All right. Yep. Let's keep it rolling. But, chat, I know this conversation came up by the worry that that they're going to take games off of Game Pass. First-party games, But look. First-party games, for now, will not be cut. If she starts doing that, she ain't going to get half of it. She has to right now attract, the user. And, yep, you can have 4 times the talent in India and China. It's inflation and demand. Yep, that's true. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's how it is. But, chat, the thing is that if we sit here, right? And we gotta take things, like I always say, take it, have fun with what we have right now. Let's enjoy it. And that's the thing, like I always tell you guys, what to worry about. What is the next game I'm going to play? What I'm going to sit down and have fun with? That's how it is. Imagine getting bought by MS, then quitting, taking most of the talent staff at Tango with you. That was the main problem with Tango, though. I mean, the guy quit. He's like, yeah, I'm going to retire, though. And then he formed his own damn studio. I'm like, huh? With the money he got. That was the best thing out there I've ever seen, though. We have people on the MS campus buying homes for $1 million over asking price at around. Yeah, that's too much. $1 million home? No, I mean that's too much. I mean the price point of a home should be $300K, always. Now it depends on the house you want to get though, but beyond 300K, you're gonna have a problem because the day you want to sell it, you're gonna have issues. Point is, making these games isn't cheap. I know. Google Poll. None of them are. That's the truth though. None of them are. But. She just cannot do that. And if she does take those games away from it, it's going to be a big, big mess. I'm not kidding you. I mean, if I do a poll right now, and I have the 28 people that are already here, while I keep on stacking up, I have the 28 people here voting on that poll. Trust me, the answer will be, they're going to be furious, though. They are not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy with all those decisions that, that company's making. They're not going to be happy. They're seriously probably unsubscribe. They'll say F Xbox and other stuff. It will be worse than the third-party situation. It will be worse. 1 million home here literally is nothing. You can buy any house under 1 million, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah. But $1 million home here is something, you babe. It's something. Because we work with pesos to dollars, and it's something, my friend. It is something big and huge. It is something big and huge. All right. Let's keep it going, chat. Let's keep it going. Because remember yesterday, my friends, we had a topic of conversation about the mobile side of things. I didn't tackle it because, of course, it was right in the morning. Early, they were saying that, the mobile side was having a problem. They said, hey, we can't log in. It's probably can't or something. And like I told you guys yesterday, if I was the CEO in this moment with the mobile strategy thing, I would put it to a side and I will wait for the courts to deal with everything. And once that's done, I'll start setting up my mobile and then launch it. That's what I would do. Because Cypher had the whole thing readied up, and she really announced, she said, okay, we're going, I think it was during November or something, I think she announced it. They were going to launch the mobile store, the Xbox mobile store, but they couldn't because of the whole situation. They couldn't do it, right? That's going on in the courts. And that got put to a side for a while. And like I said, if you have servers already with that thing ready, I will take that thing to a side for a moment, at least leave a couple servers on there to keep it hooked up and work on what's working right now, because this argument between Apple, Google, and the courts is going to take a couple years in order for it to happen. Because even though the court won, and Apple, Google, what's it called? Is the word upheld? I forgot what the word is, Chad. I forgot what the word is. But Apple and Google, they decided to go back to it and say, no, we're not going to let you guys win. We're going to go into this argument again. Appeal. Apple and Google appealed. And so, yeah, it's going to take a couple years. It's not going to be an easy feat. So by having MS and this over here, just hanging here for a while, it's just not going to work. It's just not. Releasing Cypher Rush on PS was to sell the game. They were planning on restaffing Tango if the game succeeded. But here's the thing, though, and I always sit here and I look at Tango, though, because I know a lot of people have a lot of love for Tango. But what did Evil Within do? Was it a hit? Did it sell crazy? I mean, if Evil Within was like Resident Evil crazy, it would have been a different story. But Evil Within was not like Resident Evil crazy, because the first one I think sold like 1 or 2 million copies tops, and the second one only sold like 500K or 700K. That's the most it sold. And it's incredible that a lot of people who play that game really, listen, I tried Evil Within. I tried to play it 1 or 2 or 3 times, right? And then the 4th time I went through it, and this is the thing though, you get me a Resident Evil game, I'm in it and I finish it. I did the same. I did that with Resident Evil 9. I did that with Resident Evil 4. I did that with Resident Evil Village. I did that with Resident Evil 7, right? Those games really hit me, and I was like, wow, this is fun. But with Evil Within, there was something that was off in that game, though. I kind of finished it because, I was like, yeah, let me finish it because I heard good things. Let me just give it a try. But I just didn't enjoy it. And the funny thing is I bought part 2 of Evil Within, and I spent $60 on that thing and not enjoy it. I mean, not even started. I didn't even start that game because it's just, I'm like, okay, it's there. That's it. I agree with that too, because that's something they don't talk about. All we could do is get up in the feelings and, and be like, oh, what the hell happened? But the dude left. The dude left. And to be honest, so Evil Within is not a bad game, but it was not the best game out there. I think Ghostwire Tokyo was, they're pretty much better game, I think. But then and Hi-Fi Rush was, even got awards and everything. I mean, it was fantastic, but it just didn't do what it had to do. Just didn't. Safo, that would have been great, but also I'm so sad Tango being let go. They hated Xbox and kept giving Xbox inferior ports. To the day Ghostwire Tokyo was a huge input lag. Really? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Why do people... Oh man, my father's calling. And this is a bad thing right now because I cannot pick up the phone. What does he call? Every time I'm live. Dad, don't call me when I'm live, though. Oh, man, it's always the same thing. But yeah, Seth was right, though, on one thing. Why people don't talk about these studios have to be profitable, Xbox has to be profitable, which we know. They've been kicking butt on a lot of things, though. Last year, they didn't do so well because, heck, they even knew that it was not going to do so well. They knew it. How they knew this? Because they noticed that there was going to be like a little turmoil. And not only that, we all know what happened with the Xbox, though. And I keep on saying this because a lot of people want to pinpoint Phil and Sarah. But listen, when you look at something, you got to look at it as a total. I always say this, look at things as a total. And when you see that the MS stocks drop, as they did. I mean, they were at 430. They dropped down to 372, chat. 372. They dropped to that number. And when you see that drop, something's going on with leadership in there. That has to be fixed. No joke. I mean, I've heard a lot of complaints about Windows 11. I heard a lot of complaints about Xbox. I heard a lot of complaints about all other stuff. And all of a sudden, they decided to go back with it, right? And say, okay, let's see what's going on. Let's ask for feedback for Windows. Let's ask for this and this. And all of a sudden, started to fix things, though. Incredible. They started to fix things. They did. I mean, look at Xbox now. Everybody's like, oh, Ash is doing a lot of work and all this stuff. But I bet you, Chad, I bet you that all this stuff that was there, I bet you, this is just a bet and I could be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong with this. But I bet you that some of that stuff was already almost ready to launch. But they didn't launch it because leadership was focused on this whole AI crap. That was the problem, though. That was the main problem they had, though. I don't think MS is too hands off with some studios. Why would MS change anything in leadership when they're more profitable than ever and their shareholders are getting flushed with massive dividend payments? But here's the thing, though. You babe. When the stock starts to drop, we have a problem. Shareholders have a problem that start asking questions. And the funny thing is, you do not want shareholders or investors to start asking questions. You don't. You want things to always be positive. And when you have a company that was sitting at 430 or being stable with 430 or 550 or whatever the price is, and all of a sudden makes such a sudden drop to 372, man, they're like, whoa, wait a second. I invested at 360. And if I see that drop keep on going to 360, I'm about to pull out and just leave it, let it be. And that's money that's going to leave from you. That's an investment money that's going to leave and get away from you. You do not want that. You want to keep them happy. And so once you see that happen, though, and that's what happened, you saw a lot of changes, like I said, because, for example, I saw an article yesterday that something in Windows 11 that's been going on for quite some time. That's like it had like a buggy thing. They fixed it. And they've been talking about it for quite some time. They actually now fixed it. They did. They did. I mean, it's something that's, I got like 10K in MS Dividends last December. Good. Yeah, that was last December, but I'm talking about from January till now. That stock dropped to 372. So of course they got scared. They said, okay, we gotta fix things. They look at now. Like yesterday, I was like, okay, wow, 430. So you know what I did? I called my father up and said, hey, Dad, we're up again. Perfect. We were all happy. Game Pass did drop enough subs that they doing what they're doing now. They didn't hit targets, probably around 50 million in 2025. So I don't need. They expect at least 100 million subs by 2030. Yeah. Investors don't buy stock. The stock price increase is for dividend payments. You're more concerned with day traders. Well, you get the day traders out there. You know they get mad, bro. They get mad. Investors get mad. The thing is, you know the whole. Trust me, they get mad. Because I was mad, I was one of them. I was mad. I was like, oh, I'm about to pull out. And I've been in there for like years, my friend. I can't even show you how long I've been there, though. We up again, pause. Yeah. Up again, my friends. Yeah. That's how you feel about it, too. But let's keep it going. Day traders are not investors, but yeah, you might not call me an investor, but I do put money in the company, though. I do put money in the company. So, yeah, I'm putting my money there and trusting you with my money 100%. If I put my money in there and trust you with my money, I better see what you give me the results. And if I start to pull out, we're going to have a problem. It's just going to piss off a lot of people because at the end of the day, we all become pretty much investors. That's why I say, in general, investors. But I'm not going to get too technical with that. But once you saw that stock drop, things got to work. They got to work. That's the funny thing. Everybody got to work. Imagine even being able to remove certain content from Netflix again. Another hurdle for Xbox. Xbox has to always constantly dig up. It's no longer about the games. Did you get dividend payments? I don't know, you babe. Imagine being able to remove certain content from Netflix again. Another hurdle for Xbox. Xbox has to always constantly dig up. It's no longer about the games. What do you mean by that, though, Malcolm Lax? What do you mean by that, though? So, let's keep it going, chat. We got the mobile store over here, baby. We got the mobile store cooking. And like I said earlier before, I talked a little about the mobile store. We have the Xbox CEO says ideas of the mobile store is not dead. Because like I said yesterday, there wrote an article saying that it could have been canned. But Arsha, of course, came to the rescue. And she said, nope, we're actually doing some good things over here. You know, we're putting it to the side because we're learning things and we have to get this out there. Most people who have 401k invested have dividend payments. You can see them in the reports if you ask. All right. Hey, Pickles, good morning. That's why you're more concerned with its stock price and not more on the profitability then. But here's the thing, though, you babe. Look, you need to understand something, right? Look. You have to take a look at everything when it comes down to it. The background giving his opinions. But here's the thing, though. You got to take a look at everything. But once you see the market price drop, right? You look at that market price. You look at those stocks that start to drop. Everybody's going to ask questions. Because everything is a chain. You know that. If you're investing, everything is a chain. Everything comes to a chain. If one chain goes bad, then the other one is going to get affected. That's how it is. You get that chain reaction. So even though you say, okay, I was profitable, I made my cash, I'm happy, But if the first chain where everything starts, for example, starts to have a problem, then one day you're not going to get that though. That's the problem though. That's the big problem. And so if you got people pulling out, those day traders pulling out, and everybody's pulling out of Microsoft, they're going to start asking questions. And that's something that they do not want. I mean, as a CEO, we do not want those questions because, hey, what are you doing? You're actually doing something. But it's kind of weird, though, Ubay, is that it was at 372 and all of a sudden it went up to 430, like kaboom. From January to now, the stocks were just dropping little by little. Boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden, boom, it just went up because they decided to go out there, stop forcing the AI thing as much as they were forcing it. Because remember, they were forcing that like crazy. And decided to focus on some things that were really making a lot of people mad. And look at now they're back to 430. It's incredible when they do that though. And it's getting better. So let's see how it goes from now on. Ready for the Indie Xbox show later? Yes, Pickles, I am ready. But I gotta go to the doctor at 10:45, chat. I gotta go back to I gotta go to the doctor at not 10:45, sorry, at 11:30. So I'm gonna go with my father, and after that I will come back. If I come back quick, I already have the thumbnail. I will set it up and go live, and we'll do the indie show today. There is an indie show today, yes sir, at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10. I forgot the times though. Oh my God! But I have it there. No worries. I'll pull it up. So like I was saying, bringing it back in, let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about this. We have the whole situation with the mobile store, and Ashish Sharma came out there and said it's not dead. So Ashish Sharma has clarified that even though the Xbox mobile store page is down, the idea is not dead yet. The CEO of Xbox recently significant changes to Xbox Game Pass, including price reduction and the confirmation that Call of Duty games will not be able as day one. Releases on the services. Now, Ashish Sharma has discussed another area of the business, the Xbox mobile store, indicating that it may still have some growth potential. It can happen, my friends. Xbox Media Store is down, but the idea of it is not dead. The issue with the Xbox Mobile Store surfaced recently when players realized that the store page was no longer functional and was showing an error. Just Coordinator addressed the removal on X and received a response from Ashish Sharma. Sharma stated that an amicus. What does amicus mean? Hold on a second. I need to understand what that word means. Amicus. Amicus, Leonard Fernand Conrad commonly use the term amicus curiae, referring to individuals or organizations not party to a case with some briefs to offer information, expertise, or perspective to assist the court. Learning a new word today, chat. Things you learn every day. The amicus is about a firm. Ew. What? Wow, Amicus Therapeutics. I'm reading that one. No way. So it says here, like I was saying, where was I? Amicus was filed 3 weeks ago, arguing that mobile competition still matters, and they want the future. They want the future of play to be more open. The CEO added that while they are still learning, the idea of an Xbox mobile store is not dead. So this is what it means, chat. They have to put it to a side, like I said earlier, and and just wait for the courts to deal with Apple and Google before they go out there and throw the store in the end, though. That's what happens, though. So yeah, because if they don't have it working, you have a bunch of servers in there getting things done, and ready to launch. But if it's not gonna launch, then why do you have this consuming you money? It's better to put it on standby, and once the whole court deals with it, launch it. That's what you gotta do. In 2024, former Xbox president Sarah Bond announced that an Xbox mobile gaming store was in the works. The goal was to bring the first-party portfolio to the store, along with games like Candy Crush and Minecraft. They had decided that the store will be a web-based at first to make it accessible across all devices, all countries, no matter what, and independent policies of closed ecosystem stores. But did not. Why did? We need Bobby. That's weird. Bobby has not come by today. Oh, it's cloudy out there. Yep. Bobby today, we need his thoughts on this. Yeah, we need Bobby's thoughts on this. Oh, Lord, this is getting... Oh, Lord, alive. No, do not end live. Wait. Oh, hold on a second. Give me 1 second, chat. Uh-oh. All right, good. Whew. There you go. Got it back again. Sorry. Yeah, the thing is, chat, I'm streaming on TikTok and I'm streaming here on YouTube. I'm streaming on 2 screens today. I have my cell phone over here, and I have this because I'm trying to open the TikTok live stream so that way I can see the TikTok live stream over here on this screen instead of seeing up there. Ah! No, but Bobby has not come by to say hi. In other news, a new claim suggests Xbox Game Pass is looking to become more flexible with a pick your own option under consideration. What are your thoughts on the Xbox CEO stating the idea of Xbox Mobile Store is not dead? Larry's thoughts are F Xbox. I bet he seems like a pony. What? Man, Chat, what? Man, Chat, come on. Why do y'all gotta kill the poor bird? I mean, look, Chat, listen. Why do you have to kill poor bird, man? I mean, what did the bird ever do to you? He just comes here and he goes, tweet, 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 tweet. And listen, those beautiful, every time I hear that, I'm happy. I'm like, wow, they came by to say hi, even though he's bitching, but he's saying hi, though. What do y'all gotta kill the poor bird like that? Come on, Chad, don't be killing no poor bird like that. Please don't. Aw. Man, killing the bird. Man, Chad, you guys are terrible. So I got a question for you guys, and be honest with me. And beforehand, shout out to the 37 people here on the show. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Let's go. I got a question for you guys. On a serious note. I already asked this one before, but I'm going to ask you this again. What do you guys think of Aja Sharma? We've been 2 months in. What do you guys think? Honest opinions, though. Go for it. No problem. I want to hear what you guys got to say about Asha. Because to be honest, though, I like Asha. Because she's being more loud and clear. She's being more communicative. And as of now, she's doing a really good job when it comes down to how things are being handled. And that's something I like, though. I like when people go out there and talk to you and tell you how things are. Even though, you know, they make fun of like, oh, I hear you, or being more open. Because the funny thing is that they're already taking the expression of what she said about the mobile store being more open, you know, for other people out there. She was literally talking about the mobile thing. They were like, oh, I don't think she's going to go back to exclusives. But here's the thing, though. Why wouldn't she, though? That's the big question, you know, I asked myself. Why wouldn't she go back to exclusives? Ubase says, I like Asha. She's getting stuff done and getting it done quickly. Of course, they give her the green light. Something that probably Phil and Cypher were missing out on. Because there's some stuff that we just don't know that happened in the 2 years after ABK. We don't know what happened. We just don't. We don't know. That's like the super secret sauce we don't know. But Asha, on one hand, is trying to organize everything. Right? Like I always say, once you buy something, you got to get things organized. I remember, I think it was TJ. TJ, if you're still here, we talked about this before. Because TJ was telling me, Louis, they should acquire more studios. I said, no. What they got to do is they got to sit down, organize what they got. And then after they get everything organized, everything working, boom, boom, the way it's supposed to, then we go searching for something else. Louis Gotti is Bobby the Bird. Phil seemed tired beating up. Sarah seemed like wanted Xbox as a console to be completely gone. Really? You guys think? You guys really think Sarah wanted the console to be completely gone? You guys really think that, though? There's Bobby. But he didn't stop by here. He just, Bobby, come to this window. Come, bitch. Good thus far. Majority of the things that she's doing was already planned before she arrived. She still have a lot to prove. I have faith in her. Yeah, faith in her. Good. I mean, that's good that we have faith, at least, you know, at something. Because, listen, I know out here these guys, you know, are trying to look for the doom and gloom, which is going to take them a while to find, though. It is going to take them a while to find. And I have content themes, no maybe. Okay, got it. All right. Sorry, chat. You know, like I said, I'm 2 screens, so. But yeah, it's good that we put faith in her. I have faith she's going to do something good out of this. I have faith. I hope she does not step on the rake. I hope she doesn't. Like this Call of Duty thing, I get it. I understand it. Am I too happy about it? No, because of course, I mean, I'm like, man, now I gotta go pick that shit up, you know, and I gotta go buy that. But, if, like I said, you know, about Call of Duty, if she does, okay, it's out of this, but okay, here, Call of Duty's coming out. Since you're an Ultimate subscriber, you get this bonus, you get all this stuff. I mean, people will be happy about it and be like, whoa, you know, this is a better deal than what we used to have, though. And that's the thing you got to do, though. And, yeah, Jay Reezy says she should bring in a team to crack down and focus on YouTubers and other media outlets that spread false and negative shit about Xbox, which she's actually doing because the team, her team right now, has been doing. I mean, look at Jason Ronald. He literally shut down Nib. And Nib yesterday really did a video about this, though. He did a video. And I was like, bro, all you had to say was this. Oh, it's not? Cool. No problem. It's not happening? Cool, no problem. Then Kepler's wrong. Thank you, Jason. That's all he had to say. Because, again, it was not his rumor from the start. Not even Kepler is taking the time to go and address Jason Ronald with this. But no, he needs to address it himself. I'm like, oh, Lord. I thought that the COD leaving day and age reason why. I saw it coming a mile away. When Microsoft seen those sales weren't the same after it was in Game Pass, it was a matter of time until it was reversed. But legendary you'll be. The problem with this Call of Duty was it was not that good. It wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, no matter how much people try to spin it, that's just not. I mean, look, I said the campaign was fun. If you ask me what the campaign was about, I'd say this was a Batman plot. You had the virus, you had this, you had the people getting sick, you know, the fear thing, you know, people going nuts. You had dying guys, you had to face all this stuff. Cool, but it was basically like a Batman game I was playing. Except you had guns, not too many gadgets, though. But pretty sweet, though. But yeah, but it was a fun campaign, but it wasn't the best one, though. And if you ask me if I played the multiplayer, this is actually, I think this is the first time I never played it. I haven't sat down and actually played a multiplayer of Call of Duty, though. If I ask it this, you Call of Duty for GTA 6. Call of Duty hasn't even made me money. How can you say that if Call of Duty has not been released? Come on, baby buddy, come on. Free natural would be nice, yeah. I mean, the Discord partnership would be nice, though. Ooh, man. I wonder what is it going to do for us, man. It's going to be delicious. Yep. It's got to be delicious. 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 Yeah, I finished GTA 5, Baby Money. No, he has not finished it. Baby Money, when are you going to finish GTA, Baby Money? When are you going to finish that game? GTA, beep, prove these guys wrong and finish GTA. Finish it, Baby Money. Finish it. Say one weekend. I got a girlfriend, you out. Speaking of which, BB, I got a question for you. What's Redbone? I heard something about Redbone. What's that, BB? From 22 to 24, they lost 300 million off COD. Writing was off the wall. All I'm saying is I'm not surprised. I don't know if they lost the money, though, because I know with that COD, they gained a ton of money, though, Legendary Yobi. They gained a ton because, you know, for the first time ever, we've seen, like, Game Pass get to, like, what was it? What was the number with Game Pass? It was... They made $5 billion revenue, I think it was. But, again... It doesn't bother me. Now, the price reduction, thank you so much. My wallet is happy. Of course, that's what we got to be happy about is that wallet. That's all we got to care for is saving money. I always say that. And seeing that price drop to 23, I am happy. Seriously, I am happy. Why do I say 23? Because, of course, I'm not going to be saying all the time 22.99. No, I'm just going to say 23. Run it out to 23 bucks. That's actually pretty good. And we're still getting the first party games into it, you know. And, of course, I know something. Mita's going to try to spin us to say, will this game be coming to Game Pass? Will we see this happen? Will this thing be around? I know that's going to come around, chat. I know it will. Who do I should reply to directly? We can mention an amicus, just a cash reminder of open litigation. I don't know. But yeah, she's doing pretty well when it comes to that, and the PR team is out there just kicking butt. They are. I mean, Stein kicking butt. I mean, the other day they tried to throw something out there, and Stein went by, and he literally shut down that thing right away, and those guys deleted that tweet. Like, they were literally scared of what they were about to say. Because Stein said, show me proof. I want to see it. They didn't have nothing. They deleted the tweet. They ran away. They're like, like a scared dog. They took COD out, but it's worth to me personally. But it kind of is going back. MS is going back and forth again. So taking $7 off of a month is that good at least. Yeah, because that's the thing though. Like I said, media's gonna grab this and be like, "Well, you know, we heard this, but this is gonna be in Game Pass, so we have to wait and see." What's that Game Pass covers? What do you mean by that though? What do you mean by that though? Dead by Daylight has announced new Collab, Darkest Dungeons, Attack on Titan, and Alien. Attack on Titan on this? Huh. Fastback in Helix. What's up? Good morning, sir. How the fuck did I get to listening from freaking out a typo? I don't know, my friend. I don't know what the heck you talking about now. But that's the thing, though. I mean, you see Asha responding to everything that's going out there. You see the PR team. Like I said, Jay Ronald shut down Nib, and Nib went on a rant. Did a 10-minute video yesterday about it. It was pretty funny. And it's at the same time, it's sad because, you know, like I said, this is not your rumor to defend. I don't get it. But even though you got the source, though, and if someone came by and shut it down, all you have to say is, thank you. Oh, he was wrong. Cool. Because the person that's wrong, it's him, not you. He was the one who started that shit. Hold on, chat. My dad's getting nervous. Hold on. Let me pick up the phone. Hello.
Hey, Arturo.
Te llamo ahora que estoy en vivo. Yo voy a terminar de 45 y después te voy a buscar. Sorry, chat, about that. Got it? All right. Sorry about that. Here, let me put the cell phone back to where it was. Man, I had the perfect position. Now I had to pick up the phone and do this. Hold on, chat. 1 second, my friends. 1 second. Seriously, TikTok, you need to open that live stream so I can live stream from the PC. I'm not. This is not a good thing right here. All right, perfect. Got it back here again. All right, we're here. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Nib is a super pony on a pony podcast. I know he's a super pony. I know he is. But again, this is not his rumor to defend, though. But it's just, it's not your rumor to defend, bro. Why do you got to defend a rumor that's not even yours? If you just posted it out there. You just say, oh, he's wrong. Cool, that's it. That's all you had to do. But now he's like, oh, you know, because everybody's looking at him because, yeah, he was trying to misspread information and look stupid. That's all. But he should have been smart and said, oh, Kepler was wrong, no problem. That's all he had to say, my chat. That's all he had to say. Man, I'm getting phone calls left and right. What the heck is going on today? I'm not picking that phone call up right now. Louis set up to drop the location in DR. Bam, bam. Go post weird ponies so against subs just because Sony won't do them properly. Laugh out loud. Yep, and they're furious about it because here's the thing, though. They're trying to look for that win to talk bad. You can still get COD on Game Pass. Someone just won't get it day one. Oh, that's true, though. You have to wait a year later. But you got to give us benefits, though. That's something we got to see that's going to happen, though. I cannot wait to see COD release. Once COD releases, I want to see what they're going to bring back, though. Nib is already a super nib. Kiss the plastic box, PS5 box 5 Pro. Is that all you need to know about? Mm-hmm. 125th anniversary and then Helix. Yep. Hold on a second, chat. Let me see who's calling me, though. I got a call in here. Oh, alright. That's the guy that was fumigating, so I'll call him back later. Fumigation dude. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Alright. But yeah. But again, how do you guys feel about her, though? You think she's doing a good job? You think she's going to do better? Do you think we're going to get... I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're going to get a price reduction on the Xboxes, though. I mean, if we do, I'll be pretty impressed. I was like, whoa! You know, I wasn't expecting this, though. So Fastback and Healy says, I love how Asha has been running Xbox so far with consistency of positive drips. Listening to gamers and building up to June show just makes things more excited for Xbox's future 100%. That's something, you know, that is doing so well. So it's been good news, Chad. She just keeps on bringing it. She just keeps putting it on the table. And we just got to be happy with all this good news. We got to be happy, though. It's been great news, Chad. It's been great news. It's been great news left, right, up, down. You're just impressed. I mean, we have the updates, you know, for the Xbox right now that rolled in, which is beautiful. She canned that this is an Xbox market, which a lot of people did not like. I got the idea of the Xbox. This is an Xbox. I got the idea of it. I kind of liked it in a way because, you know, it explained a little bit on how Xbox has expanded because, you know, at least from that I learned, okay, oh, it's here, it's here, it's here. That's cool. But at the end of the day, it was not focused on the box, though, which is the main priority of the box. The box is the king out here. You got to focus it on it. Maybe market conditions will improve the world next year and prices will come down all around. I hope it does, man. I hope it does. Because at least, you know, the company's stock are going up, which is good. Because for everyone, it was down. It was awful this year. It started off awful, and at least it's getting better. At least for a little bit, it's getting better. But David Cohen says, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate having this price lower turned out to be a huge W, 100%. 100%. That's a huge W no matter what. Lowering the price. I mean, have y'all seen Netflix lower the price? Have y'all seen someone else lower the price? Because it's kind of fun. They're like, oh, PlayStation lower the price, let me pick it up. But hey, in order to play multiplayer, you got to pay for the sub. How much is that? Oh, shit. Dr. Death, Microsoft, I agree, MS has done okay with the Xbox. I have nothing to complain about. I do. Get the marketing. That's the only thing I complain about. Get the marketing, baby. Get it cooking. That's the only thing I worry about. Get the marketing, get it cooking. That's all I complain about. Get it cooking, get it cooking. That's the only thing I complain about. But other than that, though, games, I'm happy with the games. Service, excellent service. Console, beautiful, beautiful, and mighty. This is a beautiful and a mighty box, my friends. Beautiful and a mighty box. That's why I love this box. I love it. And no matter what, how many times you throw me, hey, look at that PS5 Pro. You can throw it at me all you want. I'm happy with what I have, my friends. When I turn on that Xbox and see that Dolby Vision pop in and that OGC2, oh, baby, woo, it looks so beautiful. It's gorgeous, Chad. It's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. The market, really, Google Poll? It's been since back in 2010. What? No. No. It can't be, though. Can't be. Because with the 360, though, they really kicked ass, though. They kicked ass with that 360, though. And if it was 2010, though, that was the 360 was still there, though. Or maybe with Dark pick it up, probably became a mess, though. Because Dark really made the Xbox a mess. It was awful. I'm tired of hearing the Xbox market. I'm hearing ponies tell smack about talk smack. But here's the thing, though, you bait. If we bring it up, it gets better. Because the thing is, if we bring it up, things get better. That's what we want. We want the things to get better, though. But the ponies talking smack about Xbox, oh, Lord. Let me tell you something, you bait. I'm going to tell you a little secret. Everything they said for the last 15 years has gone to shit. And you can point it at them, show it at them, and make fun of them about it. But either way, though, they will never understand. They will not understand it, though, because they will never, ever take the L. Listen, Yubei, this is what's so funny. Sony can tomorrow shut down, Yubei. It can shut down tomorrow, my friend. It can die. It can shut down and die tomorrow. They'll still defend it. They will. They'll still defend it. I agreed. I'm tired of the marketing argument. But you know what? The funny part is, Google, I have a feeling it's going to start ramping up. It's going to get better. This time I do. Pony stores give you nothing. They didn't give you shit. Ah, Google poll. Now you're bringing a debate. But here's the thing, Google. Let me tell you what the problem is, right? Hold on. Here's the thing, though. If you're in Dominican Republic, right? I'll give you an example. Dominican Republic. You're in Dominican Republic. You start working with some things, right? You start seeing things out there. When you go to Collab, for example, Collab is a phone service, and you have Collab giving you PS5s for a plan. And when you go to game events here, because they have some game events, and in the game events, all you see is PS5s, though. You see what's a popular console here. Now, you bring up Xbox, they're like, what's that? And another example is Google Poll, that I've been running around Twitch, talking to different people, having conversations, you know, going to Twitch, you know, to try to get some more guests on here, you know, some popular guests out there on Twitch and everything. And they didn't even know that Xbox Game Pass was on PC. And so that's the things I want. I want Xbox to get more out there so they can be picked up and you know, yeah. I just think MS isn't for the console sales. It's just want a better brand, which is a different thing. Yeah, and that's the thing, though. In order to have a better brand, you got to get it out there. And you want exclusives to come back, though. But if you can have exclusives, though, on the console, if you don't market it, you just have a box that just plays exclusives. You got to get that box into everyone's head. You got to get people saying Xbox, 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 Xbox. Like we did back in the day with Mario, and Sonic, remember? Nowadays, it's just PlayStation, PlayStation, PlayStation. That's it. You got to get that mentality out the way. So that's why, you know, I want the marketing, you know, to go hard out there. Pause. I know I said it that way. But once they do that, oh, baby, I'm going to be super duper happy, my friends. I'm going to be super duper happy. Exactly. Brother Scream, you're on the dot. Yep, Xbox YouTube been complaining about marketing since Series X release. Really? That's the only thing I complain about. But other than that, though, I always try to bring everything positive. And why do I complain about it? Because I just want it to be better. Just want it to go out there and be fire. So I can bring it over here and be like, ooh, did you all see that commercial? Like that Forza Horizon commercial. Dang, those guys were fire. They want to do broke marketing for 360 again. That doesn't work. No. Here's the thing, though. I do not want things to go back to a certain spot. No. I don't want things to go back because I know a lot of people like to say, I want things to go back to something. From the 360 days to now, there's been a lot, and I do mean a lot of changes because people now watch TikTok, people now watch YouTube, people watch several things. I mean, shit, you got to ramp it up. That's all. Google Poll, trust me, it will. It will. It's going to move the needle. How do I know this? How do I know this? Because it's going to educate people on certain things. It will move the needle. And it will get out there. I'm telling you it will. It will. It will. Of course, exclusives, you know, have to be in there. But like I said, if you go back to exclusives and I have nothing, you're done. Only video game related thing I hear about you in real life outside of the internet is Nintendo. Literally, that's it. Outside of the internet space is Nintendo. Literally, that's it, yeah? That's the one you only hear, you babe? Here I hear PlayStation. Nintendo got out the way, though. Nintendo, here, just died. Like, literally, people talk more about PlayStation than Nintendo. No joke. Yep, that's true. So people say, what should they do? Yeah, there's a lot of this, not this, it's that, to blame something, doggish adherence to so damning issues as if these couldn't be multiple factors. Contributing multiple factors. Remember what I said about the chain, though? Everything is a chain, guys. In life, everything is a chain, especially in business. In business, you got to have something to motivate the person to come over here. And you also got to tell everybody, hey, we're here. And if you don't tell everybody, hey, we're here, we're in trouble. And that's something that I see a lot, that's like, hey, we're not. I see a lot of, hey, it's not here. But that's the thing, though. These days, though, you're noticing that, hey, we're here. I mean, look, for example, this whole week, we've been covering great fucking news. What have we been talking about this whole week? We've been talking about, hey, look, this whole week has been Game Pass, price reduction. This week has been, and literally that's all the media news is talking about, the price reduction, right? And so that's been the whole week this year though. And so like I say though, we have a week of just excellent news. And that's what we need though. And that news is spreading. It's spreading like wildfire. While people try to bring bad news over here, it's getting shut down, of course, because we're seeing that a lot. It's more positive news, and it's forcing these outlets to talk more positive about it. Except for GameStop, though, because, I mean, not GameStop, sorry, GameSpot, because, of course, GameSpot had to bring the article of the fear factor, but then the other ones are talking about the price reduction. Hey, you know, it's reducing prices. Maybe these guys who want better marketing should apply to MS since they can. The entire note to know how MS relatively zero budget is super easy, right? But you bet you got to put the budget in there to get it out there, though, which they seem like they put some budget. Like, take, for example, right? What did the Ninja Gaiden skyscraper do? It broke a Guinness World Record. Cool, but it was a guy in a helicopter putting a video game on the damn screen. It was a pretty cool idea, but, you know. I would like to see Xbox Mondo marketing the heatless launch with Xbox first party, maybe the next Halo game. The next Halo game? We want a lot of stuff, chat. And to be honest, though, I feel we're going to get a lot of cool stuff happening. I do, because she's actually on the down and she's actually taking the feedback and she's going to kick butt for next gen. She will. And her focus is on next gen, and I'm loving it. And her focus, you know, is trying to bring the players back. I'm loving it, too. And I'm loving that each and every day I wake up, I say it. Xbox, it's time to go to work. Let's go. Let's go to work. And they bring the work in, man. They're bringing it. They're bringing the good news and keep on bringing that good news, man. You make it exclusive, then advertise it. You're going to get that, Google Poll. But trust me. Trust me when I tell you this, my friend. We, as players, have expanded. We're not the same as we were before. We weren't out in one box. Now we're in different boxes. No joke. And that's why Xbox is going to PC. Because the majority of the players that used to be on console, but a big chunk of it has gone to PC. A big. I really do mean a big. I mean, right now, if you look at the stats, console should be at the numbers that PC is right now. But PC is actually in huge numbers when it comes down to gaming. It's insane. That's one of the things I love about Xbox is that they're going already there. Haha, Google Poll, but you're getting a Halo remake on the PlayStation, though. Not the next Halo game. That's how they're taking hand, though. They made a remake. They're sending it out there. Cool, no problem. Send it out there to see how it goes. But trust me, over there, though, it's not gonna make much of a difference, though. It's not. It's not gonna move the needle, because right now they're trying to say, well, Forza Horizon sold 5 million copies. Okay, let's do the math though. Better than out from PS away from PS. F those guys, says Ube. Trust me, Ube, there's gonna be an F you guys any moment now, because listen, I'm telling you this. She's looking at the data sheet. And once she sees those games are not being bought over there, and it's a very small percentage, she's going to pull away from it. That's on PlayStation 2. My friends who were on PS have moved to PC this year. That's what I'm saying. There's a big movement going to PC. PC's the thing, no joke. Like every year I look at the stats, I'm like, wow, this is impressive. I mean, I never in my life, like literally, no joke, I hear this a lot though. I hear the conversation, just get a PC, move to PC. Me, I always tell the person, I'm not going to force you to move it. Now, if you want to go ahead and buy one, I mean, if you got the money, go. I will always tell you, go for it. I don't feel like you're going to abandon me or leave me. No, you're just going to keep on gaming on another device. That's what I always say. But yeah, I mean, PC is just growing, and Xbox is heading there because that's a point of growth. A big point of growth. And if they can get a box that can play the games beautiful, because listen, that's what I tell you guys. These guys collect data. They can't collect the data. It's simple. They have the way to collect it because majority of these guys use Windows to play games. And so they collect the data and they see what are they playing on, what are they using. They probably could see that. I don't know. They probably can. I'm just saying I don't know. They probably could. Because they collect data out there, chat. They collect that data and they see, they can say, okay, let's get this box with this graphic card in there. Let's get this box running like this. And man, we're going to probably sell a lot because when people take a look, they'll be like, well, you know, let me build a PC. Wow, $4,000. Okay. But wait a minute. Over here, we got something I can play games on much more simpler. And I don't have to fully pack my PC, get all this stuff, and it's cost this much. I'm going over here. You know, it's a good deal. And I get all my stores in there and I'll be happy though. That's all I need. I'll be happy. eBay says, my brother, I think, moved to PC, but it's more to tinker and stuff. Overall, FPC too. Oh, yeah, the PC fanboys. Oh, Lord. Woo! You gotta love them PC fanboys. The only argument I can bring up to them, because they can come over here and slaughter me and be like, well, my game's run at 300 FPS. I'll be like, yeah, you're right. Graphically, you guys kill it out there. No joke. You guys have the power to kill things, and you guys have the power to do things, of course. You guys have all the power in the world. You guys do. No joke. They do. They do have everything. But hey, aren't we playing the same thing? Yeah, but it looks better. Oh, okay, cool on you. I'm not going to buy something that looks better. I'm going to buy something to play, not look better. So there's some don't think these people are going to buy 900 consoles to play 1 to 10 hour games a year, 70 EA. You bet you'd be impressed. You'd be impressed. I call PC Steam guys streamers. Steamers. Oh, you call them steamers? But yeah, that's the thing though. Like I always tell everybody, if you like to game on your box, buy your box. If you like to game on PC, buy your PC. No worries about that. As long as you're giving them happy. If you come over here and talk to me about it. Now, if you try to convince me because it looks so beautiful, PC for like, I love it. I like Xbox too. Oh, because Xbox now is the thing that's bringing a lot of games out here. Really good games, to be honest, though. And Grizz over here saying Xbox is dead, like always. Grizz doing the flip-flopping. Sorry, Louis. Bobby didn't show up today. I think he found a girlfriend. Yeah, he does have a girlfriend, though. I think Bobby making babies. Because I saw him trying to put the nest, though. But yesterday he was furious, though. He was throwing garbage on my window. He put garbage here, man. What time is it on Xbox? 1 p.m. Eastern, my friend. 1 p.m. Eastern. That's the time for ID at Xbox. Yes, sir. Look at Grizz with the little devils. Grizz, you're lucky we know you, because if we didn't know you and you're the first time chatter, you would have been banned. Brothers Green tells us, do you buy a PlayStation to play Xbox games? Thought it was first party Sony games. Asked Sony to give you games. Brothers Grimm, they even lied about that, because that's the funny part. Not even their player base play their own games. That's the most funny thing you could ever see out there. Not even their player base play their first party games. They go out there and they cheer, yes, we sold 2.5 million Astrobot, we rule. I'm like, huh? How is that ruling though? Now, if it sold like a whopping, if it sold like a whopping 15 million copies, I would be impressed. I'm like, whoa, in like the first month? I was like, whoa, you know, whoa, that's impressive. But shit, the thing after it was released only sold 2.5, even when it got it. Man, y'all better check yourselves, man. No joke, y'all better check yourselves when it comes down to that, because that's horrible, horrible take. You all cheering for this crap and only sold 2 million? And then comes, you know, to things that they don't know how to do math. Yeah, that's another situation, though. Yep. In every discussion online about Switch 2, you have the Soap Steamer invading the discussion to tell you how great Steam Deck is. Why are they... They're really doing that though. They're like, I'm flexing with my Steam Deck. Yeah. Hold on. Let me grab something. I'm flexing with my Steam Deck. Yeah. Hold on. Let me grab something. Let me grab something. I'm flexing with it, baby. I'm flexing. Like, yeah. Let me grab this. Let me flex this. Let me go ahead. Let me grab this real quick. Hey, grab it. This be like, y'all flex with my, look at this, my Steam Deck right here, man. This Steam Deck does all the wonders in the world. What does it do? Oh, it plays games. Well, I can play games on my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, but you know, I got all this, you know, graphically it looks better than your Switch. But yeah, I played Mario. That right there, they killed you. You cannot argue with them because they told you play Mario. You cannot play Mario though. Well, I can play Mario. I can play Mario, right? I can play Mario on my thing. All I gotta do is emulate it, but I don't have to emulate it. I just gotta do is pop in the thing and just play it. All you gotta do is buy it. Yeah, but you spend, man, stop flexing. But here and then they can say, but you gotta pay the 70 though, and then the other person says, well, I paid the 70, but guess what? If I treasure it and if I keep it in good condition, I can probably sell it for 200. Sell your emulator, go for it. Nobody mind that shit. That's it, killer blow right there. You killed them. Like I said, there's just no way to argue this. I mean, if a person buys a Switch, it's because they like the content on the Switch. If you buy the Steam Deck, it's because you like the content the Steam Deck plays. That's all you get it. But flexing power over here, especially with a machine that literally just doesn't have the power as the Steam Deck does, I mean, that's just a dumb argument right there. I'm sorry. Steam Deck is dope. The ROG 2, just have to straighten some stuff out. Switch 2 can be dumped. Switch 2 can't get dumped in the Hudson. Why do you want to dump them? Man, why do you want to dump the Switch 2? Switch 2 is a nice, I mean, look, I gotta say though, chat, come on. We gotta give props to the Switch though. If it wasn't for the Switch, we wouldn't have all these crazy handheld things coming out. Come on, man, come on. I don't know, come on. Let's give them that though. Let's give them that. We gotta give it that. We gotta give that to Nintendo Switch though, chat. We gotta give them that love though. We gotta give them that love. Yes, we do. Zena, good morning, Zena. What's up, Zena? How you doing, girl? What's cooking, Zena? What's cooking? What's cooking? Moving the hands up and down. Zena, look. Zena, let me tell you something. Zena, listen, Zena, listen. Zena, look. Let me tell you something, Zena. Zena, look. This show is about video games, right? We can joke around about stuff like that a little bit, but I kind of a personal note, though. I mean, I don't need to know what's going on, you know, with that, though. You know, that's me, you and your who dilly thing, you know, you all got to keep it personal. Me talking about video games, not, you know, yeah. I mean, yo, I don't know what's going on over there, Zena, but damn. I mean, you woke up this morning kind of, yeah, you know. I don't know what kind of coffee you had, though, but, damn. I want some of that coffee. If it weren't for the Switch, though, we couldn't be getting the Legion Go and the Xbox Pro. Exactly. We got to give them props for that, though. That's what I said. You got to give them props. Oh, I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't sued yet. What? Oh, shoot. I haven't given a damn about a Nintendo game since 91. Damn. In 91? Man, after that. Zena says, Louis, you know I can't be tamed. Well, you know, Zena, I get it, but, you know, well, we're not going to ask about that, though. I kind of, you know, that kind of took me off balance, though, a little bit. Brother Scream, what was you? Go listen, she has Discord. Go ask her in Discord, though. Go ask her in Discord. Not here. That caught me off guard. No joke. It's like, yeah, ask me about my you know, that you know, kind of look like this though, but no. Bobby's here. What's up, Bobby? What's cooking? Yep. There you go. That was Bobby. Hey, Bobby came by, chat. He came by. I think that was Bobby's wife, though, because it made a different sound, though. Glad I could help you wake up, Louie. How is that gonna wake me up though? That did not wake me up. That just got me off guard, Zeta. It's from the movie Ascended. Oh, it's from the movie. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's from the movie. All right. I get it. I have not seen that movie yet. I have not seen that. Not seen that movie though. Nah, I have not seen it though. I've not seen it. No joke. I have not seen that movie. I gotta go ahead and see it though. Let's see if I can bring up one more news chat before I start heading out, because like I said, I gotta go to the doctor with my father we gotta be there at 11:30. At 10:45, I gotta pick up and run, because yeah, we're gonna get something checked. And let's see real quick if I can pull up one last news before we start heading out, my friends. Before we start heading out, let's see what's cooking, my friends. See what's cooking, what's happening. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum. Wow! More good news. See, look at this. This is good news. Here you go, good news. You guys ready? You guys ready for some more good Xboxes? I'm telling you, chat, they just keep on going. I mean, look at this. Tom Warren out here. I'm glad Tom Warren has decided to join back to the good news stuff instead of talking the bad news. Please, always change the way you guys talk out there. Microsoft launched an Xbox Reward birthday bonus. Featured this week with extra perks during the week of your birthday. Get 2 times reward points on every game or add-on purchase in the store during your birthday week. Oh man, that is nice. That is awesome. Microsoft, y'all kicking butt. Y'all kicking butt. Y'all kicking butt. Wow, Bloomberg with an article we will cover tomorrow. Oh, Lord. They're cheering for Marathon out here. The funny thing is, did they buy it, though? No, they didn't, and they're cheering for that shit. And Nintendo wanted to sue, but they lose. They made handhelds more popular. Milton Bradley, Microvision was the first ever handheld console. Nintendo can't sit their asses down. Yes, they can. Man, Bobby, what? Man, Bobby having a party, because now I see like 4 or 5 birds. Man, Bobby, are you BB money in bird flesh? I mean, you're having a party out there. I seen like 4 or 5 birds come to you, Bobby. What you doing up there? No. But why you quiet though? Answer me. You like BB money don't answer stuff. Man, Bobby, I think Bobby is like BB money though. Ask me, I'm going to discount Game Pass in June, says BB Money. Marathon isn't even cracking 20K on down anymore. It's over. But it's funny that they're cheering for it. Like, literally, you go out there on Twitter, like, oh, Marathon is number 4. But the funny thing is, it says physical sales, though. Best games, physical, full digital. Pokemon Poketopia. Number 5. Oh, okay. Top at Nintendo. Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was only for physicals, though. But seriously, they're rooting out here for March, though. We're in April. And of course, that was a spike in March. And you guys are rooting for something that's a month old? God, you guys are sad. Come on. Come on, PlayStation fans. Bring it. You guys have been lordy. Paramount takeover Warner Bros. Has been approved by WBD shareholders. All right. Paramount's about to be taken over. WBD. Yes, sir. Conan Exiles. We got an update for Conan Exiles. Y'all remember Conan Exiles, guys? I remember Conan Exiles. Conan Exiles is the game where you can not only modify your character, you can modify something else to be huge, humongous. There you can trip on it. Yep, that video was out there going all over the place from Conan Exiles. Yep, that's what made Conan Exiles famous. 100%. No joke, chat. It was out there. Not kidding you. I don't lie. I saw that a couple times. Like, whoa. They really went far with this one. Yep. So let's see though. Florian Mueller responds to something though. Here we go. Florian Mueller says, you all know who Florian Mueller is, of course, and this is all the mobile side. He says, Epic has been trying since 2020 to open up the market, with the best effectively just a consolation prize against Apple, but a spectacular win against Google. And now Epic obviously has some other problems. In Europe, the digital market stack has failed because of huge design flaws and by now overall EU weaknesses, making it more advisable for the EU, and the situation is similar in the UK with its DMCC law to avoid any trade conflict with the US. As the EU UK feature is very bleak in socio-economic terms, and there's no realistic hope that they can get strong again. Nothing more than purely performative enforcement can be expected. Apple and Google have also leveraged the fact that the courts and regulators can always impose change only in one jurisdiction at a time with fragment rules. Developers then have to build different app versions to different markets, or if courts and regulators ensure the same version can be distributed worldwide. Make the significant development and testing effort required to benefit from a more open market in one jurisdiction while complying and stricter platform rules elsewhere. It would be great if those app markets could be opened up. It is just very hard to imagine the breakthrough could happen, especially on iOS. If Google put openness on the center of its differentiation strategy, and if the market rewarded it, Apple might change something, but those are two very big ifs. See what I mean, chat? That's why I told you guys about the mobile things. They had to put it to a side for a while. Get those reward points cracking. Bing all day. Let's go. Yes. I mean, who in that blue hole does not love Star Fox? Star Fox is cool, though. I mean, you remember those planes were flying around, doing them 360s, you know, that shooting, and those grenades, man. Hell, man. You gotta love that damn Star Fox. Woohoo. Star Fox, Smiley Wings, F-Zero. I can't remember that was called the Wave Race. Oh, Wave Race 64, man. Ooh, I remember doing them flips, man. Oh, that was so much fun. Wave Race 64, baby. Let's go. Let's go. But chat, I know it's been spicy, but listen up. Bobby here again. Bobby. Man, you tired? You like BB money. You start flirting, and when the ladies come by, you run away. Go back to him, bit Bobby. Go back to him. Did you just throw trash in here again, Bobby? What I ever do to you, Bobby? But chat, like I was saying, 1080 snowboarding, yeah, it was good too. Wow. Yep, fantastic games. Yep, 100%. But chat, like I was saying, the crazy ones gotta go. I got a doctor's appointment at 11:30. I gotta pick up my pops to go there. But chat, before I go, like always, tell me what you've all been playing. Me, I haven't had a chance to game. I've been just tired. I told myself I'm gonna have a free week to play games. I have not had a free week to play games, chat. I haven't had a break. Life has been crazy for me. I need to play. I need to play. I sit down today. I'm going to start playing. Luigi's Mansion on GCN was really, really good as well. Bobby left. Bobby was running away from them ladies. I mean, literally, it was like 5 birds going to Bobby. It's like, man, Bobby like big, big money. He'd go out there and flirt. And when the birds come by, it's like, I got a girlfriend. That's big, big money right there for you. That is a very good game. The Ghostbusters game is really good, BB. It's a really good game. Finish it, though. Finish it. I mean, to be honest, if you ever asked me what would I want, because Ghostbusters 2 is not a bad movie. It's good. But the game actually, you know, does really good for that's how I would have wanted. Like, if there was a Ghostbusters 3 movie, that's what I wanted it to be. It's really that good. They really did a good job with it. Been playing Replays Chapter 4. I still don't care much for the game. At this point, I'm trying to finish the game so I can move on. Wow. Alright. Alright. On the way too, I'm stuck. I will need YouTube it halfway through. Remember that. I've been playing RE8. Nice. The Village. Such a beautiful game, The Village. So beautiful. Such a beautiful game. RE8, especially when you meet that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. See that lady. Hey, I'll tell you, Chad, let me tell you something. That's like, I remember playing the game, and I see this big lady. I'm like, hey. And then I see she goes, he was like, no, but still, hey. Man, those things are a distraction. I'm telling you, Resident Evil can be evil enough. I mean, the hell? I mean, chat, no joke. That is like the most evil thing you can do to a person. No joke. No joke. You're in the game. You're walking. All of a sudden, you see this big lady, and she knows she got. You know what she got. Man, you know what she got, chat. Hey, man, you get distracted by them things, man. Like, let me see. Ooh, ah. That's mean, though. That's mean as hell. Using that as a weapon. What's wrong with you Resident Evil guys, man? Shit. I'm so depressed. Yes, Louis. The ministry school is beautiful. Laugh my ass off. It's scary, man. No, listen. Scary? No. She ain't scary, chat. She ain't scary. Because you don't get scared by her. You know, the first thing you see is it's like just look. It's like Jessica Rabbit, though. Jessica Rabbit from Roger Rabbit. You're like, whoa. When will Resident Evil change its name? Never. I think they shouldn't. Because that name really brings in people to play the game. That is a big name, my chat. That's a hard. It's like Mario. Like, say, Mario changed his name to Fabio, for example. Nobody mind that shit. Like, what the hell is Fabio? We know Mario, not Fabio. Can I ever change the name of Resident Evil? You can't. It's got his purpose, got his name, and it's a big name now. But yeah, I mean, they can. Those Resident Evil devs are evil. They are evil. But chats, like always, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for memberships. Got a pathologist appointment? No. We got taking my father to the psychiatrist and then head back home. So chats, like always, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. That's seriously, chat. You guys are the best. And chat, remember, I already have the thumbnail for the It Xbox, and if I do get here by 12:30, I'll set up the show and I will go live again today. But if I don't, because of the doctor's appointment, you know, we'll try to be quick and get it over with. All right, chat. I promise you all that stuff as much as I can. But chats, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes out. And guys, have a beautiful day too, meaning beautiful and an awesome Thursday. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET with Sourblow, the Plume, and Cypher. And on Fridays, if they don't, XBI en Español with Elvis, Elencita, and Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Little Gaming. When I send the signal out over there on Twitter X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on, talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Chats, have a beautiful day. And I will see you guys later on if I do get here for ID at Xbox. If not, tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.